Jeff Todd from MLB Trade Rumors here. Today is Wednesday, February 12th. Let's get you caught up. There are some fairly notable names in the news yesterday, though most of them were settling for minor league deals. Guys coming into camp competing for jobs as non-roster invites. The Giants, Mariners, and Cubs all made notable additions to their spring training mixes yesterday. Chief among them, perhaps, Carlos Gonzalez. You may remember him as a Rocky star, hit a lot of home runs, had a lot of good seasons, but he trailed off towards the end of his time in Colorado. He had a very rough season last year with the Indians and the Cubs. He's going to head out to Mariners camp and attempt to win a job there. Remember, the M's are trying to fill in, at least for some of the year, for Mitch Haniger, who's still not ready to go. If Cargo can show that he's back in form, maybe he turns into a trade candidate. If not, no harm done. It's much the same for the Cubs, who added Jason Kipnis, the former Indians second baseman, on a minor league pact. He's going to join the competition to become part of the mix at second base, maybe even some outfield. He's a guy that could have some versatility, had a couple of very nice years in Cleveland, but again, trailed off offensively over the last 3 seasons, a clearly below average hitter. He's going to be in the mix for a utility bench type of a position with the Cubs. Obviously, there are a few other options there as well. Ian Happ, Daniel Descalso, youngster Nico Horner. These guys all could be part of the mix. Some of them could be in the outfield. Some could be on the bench. Could be starters, platoon. We don't know what's going to happen yet. It's going to be an interesting camp to watch there. And Trevor Cahill, 31-year-old California native. He's going to be now with his third California organization. He signed on with the Giants. Cahill signed a $9 million deal last year with the Angels. Seemed like a pretty nice price tag when pen went to paper, but it did not turn out as hoped. The California native is going to hope for better things this time around. He could be in the mix in the rotation in San Francisco, possibly a bullpen guy, possibly a swingman type of a candidate. Definitely a lot of possibilities there. That club has stashed about 15 or 20 different pitchers through the waiver wire this winter. It's also going to be a wide open camp battle for the Giants. It was a busy day yesterday for the Red Sox as they launched the post-Mookie Betts era. The club named Ron Roenicke as its interim manager. He's a former Brewers skipper from 2011 to 2015, did post a winning record in Milwaukee. Respected 63-year-old baseball man. He's going to have quite the task ahead of him. Expectations that the team will still be competitive, but a much less talented roster than the one that was run by his predecessor, Alex Cora. There's also the sign-stealing allegations still pending against the Red Sox organization. We don't know how that will turn out. And with all that change afoot, there are going to be plenty of questions all spring long from that Boston beat writer crew. The Red Sox also made more of a direct replacement of sorts of Betts by reportedly agreeing to terms with Kevin Pillar. The veteran outfielder is going to slide into that outfield mix. There are 3 left-handed hitters out there currently, with Alex Verdugo joining Andrew Benintendi and Jackie Bradley Jr., so it certainly makes sense to have a versatile veteran capable of playing up the middle, right-handed hitter, little bit of pop, might play at Fenway, good defensive player. It all makes sense on paper. At the same time, that's scant consolation for Red Sox fans who've just watched one of the game's best players head out west. Now, we just mentioned that Astros sign-stealing scandal. It doesn't seem likely to go away completely anytime soon. There's more on the website about it if you want to read more. Carlos Beltran's role, possibilities of buzzers in 2019, all kinds of craziness over the last few days. Head to MLBTradeRumors.com for more on that. I also wanted to touch upon another bit of news that hit the website yesterday, and that is that the Cubs are still in talks regarding their star third baseman, Kris Bryant. According to the most recent report, the Rangers, the Rockies, the Nationals, and the Phillies have all had somewhat recent discussions with the Cubs regarding Bryant. It would still be a bit of a surprise to see a move come together at this stage of camp. Cubs president of baseball operations Theo Epstein has already met with the media. Things are getting underway. It's tough to move such a star player under the bright lights. That being said, Epstein did acknowledge that there has not been as much roster turnover as he expected, and it certainly seems as if there will be a last-minute effort to explore whether there are any trades still to be made. What do you think about the possibility of a mid-camp deal involving Bryant? Drop some comments below. We can chat about it. Thanks as always for joining. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.